Ogala Live. We have live today.
Moral Interactive, Jovika TV, poised to reach you with the truth.
Hello, wonderful people. Once again, I bring greetings all the way from California to each and every one of you that have joined me, that will still want to join later. God bless each and every one of you. Today, we are live and we are direct. We have a very crucial and all important topic to look at today. I thank you, Ekene, for your song that I always use to come live. Appreciate you very, very well. No matter comes my way, our tomorrow shall definitely gonna be greater. If we don't die, our tomorrow is gonna be greater than tomorrow. Thank you for that song, my brother. God bless you. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a very nice one. Welcome all and sundry for being live with us today. Please, everybody, if you are dropping a comment, please tell us where you're watching from, where you're joining us from. I just saw the first person to comment today in our program is Ifeanyi Chukwu, James Mary Abo. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So everybody, if you drop your comment, you tell us where you're watching from. If preferably, it will help us to know the location where we are covering, so that there are some questions I would also like to, from your own region. I'll be presenting some questions to my guest today, based on the direction where you are watching from. Um, um, where you're watching from. Uh, we have a wonderful people today as our guest, and they will be live and they are direct with us. Henry Dunku, welcome on board. Thank you so much. Ale Kenneth, you're watching from Ontario. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Karik Aduku Macris, thank you for coming on board with us. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So we are live and direct both in YouTube and Facebook. And we want to plead with you that you have never subscribed to our YouTube channel. I don't know why you think you don't want to subscribe to now. Have we really offended you to that extent that you wouldn't ordinary subscription, that it wouldn't cost you anything? Want to calm down now, boy. Calm down, brother, sister. Just calm down. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Look at the topic we're looking into there, and this is what you don't know about the insecurity in Africa, and we are doing it with Duru, the youth governor. He's gonna be exposing a lot of stuff today that you may not have known. You know, whenever we have our program, yeah, Malaysia, God bless you, Adoku Macris, you're working from Malaysia. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I like those who are telling us their location. It will really give us a I will throw questions that we may benefit you or ask you questions. In this program, you have every right to ask your question. You have every right to know what is going on. You have every right to know what is going on all over the world. We are looking at Africa entirely, what you don't know about the insecurity in Africa. And I know by the grace of God, our guest is going to be doing justice to it. Before we do that, I want to take a very short time of short break. From when I come back in the other side, I'll bring in my guest today. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending your location. Welcome back. Today we are having a very wonderful program, and with our guest who is already waiting to join me as soon as he comes on board. I will not hesitate to introduce. He will not hesitate to introduce himself. Yeah, look at him here, live and direct. Oh, wonderful, my brother. What a coincidence. We're almost putting on the same thing. What happened? It seems like you muted yourself. Unmute. You are muted. You are muted. Okay, fine. I said, what a coincidence. We are putting on almost the same attire today. What
That's it. That's
happened?
what I'm saying. As the spirit leads, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It means we are both in spirit, and for me, I want to believe we're in the same cause, man.
God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. How is Canada today, sir?
Yeah, we're good here. We're good here. Canada. If you Google it, Canada is still leading as the most peaceful country in the world. I don't think there's any other country as peaceful as Canada. And if you have opportunity to be here, or maybe if you know anybody that is here, they will tell you that no matter your race, no matter your color, no matter your tribe and religion, everybody moves in, everybody goes in and out peacefully. And we have one of the most interesting weather so far. To them over here, summer is like a special Christmas package to them. You understand?
Yeah,
So we are in a very great summer. Everywhere is warm. Everywhere is very, very warm. And I think we are so excited over here.
We are so excited over here. We are so excited over here. Thank you. That's a very good one, my brother. God bless you. One wonderful viewers and listeners, you guys heard him very well what he said about the Canada. So at this juncture, we are going to pray. As we pray, we'll go ahead and go the program. We just have 1 hour to have this program, and everybody will be let loose to face his business. Do me a favor, share the video at least 5 times, different groups, and let's have much people, because we have a lot of information to dish out today, and I wouldn't want anybody to be missing in the whole matter. Please do a favor, share the video. Let's pray. Let's commit our way to our proceedings into God's hand. Father, thank you for today. I give you all the glory. We ask your presence and your power to be with us. Show us mercy and intervene over our land. The insecurity is really getting out of hand, but we're looking up to you for help. May you not be far from your children. Give wisdom to men and women to handle the matter so that we have peace. Thank you, Lord, for hearing our prayer. For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Today we're going to start with tell us who is the youth governor. Who is the youth governor?
Okay. Reverend Joe, I want to personally commend and thank you. I have for some time watched your program, but today I think I'm coming live to you. My name is Honorable Duru, aka the youth governor. People call me youth governor, not just a title. It was an award given to me by Nigerian Youth Parliament. So when they gave me that name, I didn't look at it. I just look at it as one of those things. But with time, I started liking the name, and I go by that popular name, the youth governor. So I'm from Imo State, Nigeria. Mbitoli to be precise, for those of us who know Imo State very well. And by the grace of God, I reside in Ontario, Canada, Toronto to be precise. Okay, and I think that's the much I can say about myself here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that. Somebody whom, by virtue of what he's doing in the society, and they gave him the title, the youth governor. For me, and you talked about honorable. I'm sorry, do you have anything to do with politics and this governor?
You just caught me with that. Yeah. This time around is not a good time for anybody to claim to be a Nigerian politician. It's a very big shamble. So at times the honorable thing is no longer sweet in the mouth if you know what is going on in Nigeria. This is not a time for somebody to answer. You'll be very proud to see an honorable member. It's a very, it's not something anybody can be proud with. So at times I don't at times it's very difficult for me to attach the prefix honorable to my name. But all the time, once an honorable is always an honorable. I am one-time special advisor to the Imo State Governor, the past regime, and I serve at the capacity. I started as the DG of Imo Talent Center, where they can call Bongo Square. But I think the affirmation was supposed to be Imo Talent Center. Then later, I was appointed SA to the governor on youth affairs. And after that, I was appointed chairman, Imo Housing Corporation. So having served of all this capacity, let me not talk about election, this and that I've tried, but at least when once you serve at this capacity and they are well recognized by your people, so that makes you an honorable member, and that's it. So that is how honorable just came up with my name. So I love that. I love that prefix, but trust me, presently now on what is going on back home, this is not a good time to answer a politician to be precise, but I think I'm one.
Wow, I like that particular assertion. This is not the right time to answer a Nigerian politician, but I think I am one. My dear brother, I don't think anything honorable in any present leaders of this our time. That's not. I see a lot of dishonorable. I see horrible members of the parliament, horrible members of the executive. Though there is one of them that many of them have been shouting. I was watching one today. He was crying, barely crying, that we should shut down the government. That every trouble that's in trouble in the land, and they weren't listening to him. They know what they're doing. They don't care. That's the situation we find ourselves, my brother. And it's only God that will help us. May God help us in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Today, we have a very important topic to look into. We are talking about what you don't know about the insecurity in Africa. And we're discussing with our brother Duru, who is based in Canada, popularly known as the youth governor. So I want to ask you, my brother, what do you know about insecurity? What is the situation like when we have to talk about insecurity? What can you tell us?
Okay. First of all, the word insecurity is one being unsafe. You are in a place you are supposed to be safe, but because factors around you is not something you can be sure of. One thing about life is whatever thing that makes your life safe and secure, you can say that you're secured. But once things around you, activities around you, stories around you, people around you, maybe you are not comfortable with them, ordinarily you can say you are insecure. Now, let me make a reference to where I am, for instance. You know, here in Canada, if you can hardly see any person that have a house and you fence it. Now, why we do most fencing back home is because naturally we feel insecure with our next neighbor of not coming to be robbed, or maybe somebody not come to harm you or come to steal your stuff, you know, whatever. You see people after building a very fine and beauty edifice, the next thing is you still have to wall yourself as if you're in the prison yard and put one big gate. That is where that is the first place of insecurity as a person, as an individual. I'm not talking about the ones somebody may put it in, but here you can see that it's a different ball game. People bring openly. People do activities freely, and trust me, it is very difficult for times. You see things that will make you to panic. On a very real situation, it is very difficult. When I say red, that's what they call amber alert in Canada. It is only here I came and saw that, what they call amber alert. Now, amber alert is a signal that goes to every phone if anything danger happens. Every phone, wherever you are all over the country, you will get an alert. You get an alert on your phone if maybe, let me say, somebody is adopted or something like that. That is why if you come here and kidnap somebody, less than 30 minutes you are apprehended. It's no question of come out. There's nothing like ransomware. When once you do PAM and it is notice and signal is given to the appropriate authority, which I know is the security agencies, amber alert will be in every phone. They will give description of who was kidnapped, where the person was kidnapped, maybe the vehicle that carried them, depending on who is the eyewitness that drop information about the person. What they will now do, they will block all the necessary entrance exit. If it happened in Ontario, if it happened within Toronto, for instance, they know the necessary exit. There'll be a blockage. Then, if peradventure there is a vehicle is noted, the vehicle is noticed, definitely you'll be apprehended. Now, I'm giving some of this illustration because I understand that there are some factors. If we have them on ground, it will be making people to be safe. That is to say, if you're moving at times, you don't so much you eat as much as you want to be careful, but you're not so much bothered about if something happens, because even if something happens, there is fast remedy. So insecurity has to do with when people are not comfortable about the environment, people they stay with, and activities around them. Okay, I think I can continue now. Let me make reference to what is going on in our country presently. Just like I have said, now is not the right time for anybody to call himself a politician or whatever you think you're doing. This is not the right time you call yourself that. Of
A
course.
politician from Nigeria. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, precisely from Nigeria to be precise. And Africa, yeah, I'm talking precisely in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Not really some part of Africa, yes,
at large.
And Africa at large, yes.
Okay.
Then, there are activities that if things are happening, there are some things that if they are happening and there is no drawn line solution, people face challenges. There is nothing wrong in challenges, because challenges can make you to be better. But when you are facing challenges and you don't know when these challenges will stop, you don't know the timeline when things will get normal, you can tend to be, you cannot tell me that something has gone absolutely wrong, or maybe you can call it a failed system. Okay, so insecurity has to do with when you are not too sure of whatever thing around you, and when you are not too sure of yourself or activities within your enclave. I think that's the little I want to say about insecurity, to be precise.
Okay. When you are not too sure of your environment, when you don't feel safe within yourself, and that is what insecurity is all about. Thank you for that wonderful and direct explanation. Now we are talking about what we don't know about the insecurity in Africa. What can you tell us that is the engineer, or what normally fuels insecurity all over the places? Do you have any information you can say this is one of the reasons we are witnessing a very strong insecurity all over? Yes, go ahead.
All right. You see, if you're manufacturing a car,
okay,
if you manufacture cars, and you have a very big company, you have quite a number of cars you have manufactured. One of the things you'll be doing as a manufacturer of car is to devise means where people can now start to patronize you. Take, for instance, if you're a car manufacturer in Nigeria, one of the things you can be doing is to promote anything that will make government to build good roads. Because with good roads, people will have the courage, people will have the understand, people have the willingness to come and patronize you. You come up with, you can equally start promoting things that would make either the government to come up with rules and regulations that can make people to either buy cars for on credit, on installment payment with government backup. If you're a car producer, and so a legislature comes to you, for instance, and tell you that, see, I have this bill I want you to sponsor, to help me, to back me up, to give me finance or whatever, so that I can get support of my colleagues to get this bill passed. And I tell you that, see, okay, I need like $1 million from you to help me, to enable me make this bill to be passed. And one of the things we can achieve with this bill is talking to the government, for the government to help people, or for the government to give us a kind of credit, so that we can design a system whereby people can buy cars and pay instrumentally. Now, I will be willing to give you that money, because I know that if that bill passed through, definitely I am going to benefit, because it's my business. Why I started this with illustration is this: people that manufacture arms, guns, just name it, any war weapon. Now, they cannot be piling some of these things without looking for avenue for market. Some of them are part of instigation. Some of them instigate crisis. Some of them instigate problems. And trust me, it's easy to instigate problem and crisis in Africa. It's very, very easy. Very, very easy. Because of the way we think, because of the way we reason, because we are not all that committed. When there is strong commitment, trust me, it's difficult for people to use their mind for things that are negative. But because there is no strong commitment and they know most of these things, and they know, because they know, they always have a way, and it takes it very easy. Let me quote the president of Israel.
Okay.
The man said that if Israel drops their weapon, there will not be anything like Israel anymore. But if some Arab countries, he mentioned Palestine to be precise, and Gaza, that if they can drop their weapon, there will be peace all over the world. I pounded on that information. When I read that thing, I thought of it and thought of it. For them, they need weapons to be existing as a country. You can imagine that. But there are some other people that when they drop weapons, everywhere will be peaceful. Religion is, I don't know how good. I don't know how good. I don't know what much good religion have done to us. I don't know much bad religion have done. But when you bring these two things together, depending on the type of religion, because some religion preach peace. The question is, to what extent do those on preaching peace can sustain the peace with their preaching, with their peaceful people? Then those that preach war, to what extent, how do they execute that? These are all activities. Now, insecurity in Africa is not something, is not natural. Most of them are man-made. Activities in Africa, how our leaders do their thing, because I know you cannot be talking about insecurity without the present leadership depending on the country. When in a system like Uganda, for instance, the last election of Uganda, where Bobby Wine came on board to contest with somebody who have stayed almost how many years? Almost more than 30 years, if I'm not mistaken. More than 30 years on board, and you still want to be there. Trust me, there is no way that election will end. Such person, maybe because they are not comfortable, or maybe they are not too sure of themselves when they will leave. They do everything to return that. And what power will even support them? Some people will support them based on benefit, right? Some people will give them back off because some of the things they do to oppress the younger generation, it's not as if they get it themselves. And when some of these things are coming on board, one thing is always in my mind, because I will talk about people that lose it more and people who benefit in this. In our language, I say, you know what I mean? That when the city or when the town is not at peace, that leaders benefit more. That is the interpretation of what I've just said. So most of the times, there are some things that when it's coming, because of people that benefit, they tend to hold on it and make sure you make yourself uncomfortable. See, in Western world, they need us to succeed. I was telling one of my friends that you see how everybody is excited. There is one thing about Western world and the way they reason. You cannot tell me anything about Western world and Africa. I grew up in a core African country, Nigeria to be precise. Something years. So you can't tell me stories about that. And I've led a lot of young people. I started from the church as a youth leader in Anglican Communion. From church, I started right from school. Sorry to say that. I started right from school. I think from church to school, then when I joined secular politics. So there are some things you can't tell me about things I have seen and how some of these things run. Now, in as much as you design a particular system and make it to run for your own benefit, one thing is sure. The other way around, somebody can still redesign it to work against you. So I was telling somebody, you see, before, it takes the white people to come to Africa to either force our parents, as they so to say, then during slave trade and stuff like that, to come over. But trust me, the same thing we are still coming over to do. This time around, we are begging. We're even begging to get visa to come and work here. That's the same thing in the olden days, that they force people to come here because they feel here is not comfortable and they needed people to come and do some kind of stuff here. So insecurity generally is, to me, is not natural. Most of them are being designed, orchestrated by people for either one benefit or the other. Just like I was talking about people that that produce weapons. They cannot produce these things and keep them. They'll be looking for avenues where people are about fanning for war or stuff like that. They'll be by the hand through one agent or the other.
Yeah.
Gradually, when they succeeded, they will not try to supply these things for test. Or rather, these things will not.
In other words, they will somehow try to instigate insecurity. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
You made your point. Thank you very much. My wonderful viewers and listeners, you can hear from the horse's mouth that when people have their business doing, they would definitely make sure that the business that they are patronized. And one of the ways to be, it's just like when somebody builds coffin, those who build casket or coffin, or what you call it.
Exactly.
We expect the person to be, the person will just pray that God, please, I need customers. So he had just made his prayer. It's not his business now to know how the prayer will be answered. All he got to do is that I've been customers, I need customers. And definitely the customers will come. And if they come, and how would they come? By people dying, and you may be crying.
Exactly.
Why this kind of thing? So this is one of the way insecurity is being fueled in the society. And we just need to be very wise. Why I like this particular thing you just said now, there was somebody I was arguing with. I told him I don't like some particular way some people do their things. He told me that there's some international body are behind that thing, that person. Some international body are behind it. They told him to go ahead with that. And that's okay. If that is truth, the international body are telling him to do this, that means those international bodies have something to enjoy from the crisis.
Of course. Definitely.
So that's why we have to be very careful the way we go about it. But unfortunately, nobody cares to listen, and they don't care. Wonderful listeners, we have gone 27 minutes past at the time, and we are just on the issue of what you don't know about the insecurity in the society. Do me a favor, if you have never subscribed to our YouTube, our Facebook, Instagram, and you are not following me on Twitter, why not do it now? After this short-term break, I want to start going to the deep side of the whole program now. You'll be shocked the angle we are going to be going. We'll see you on that side.
Moral Interactive, Jovika TV, poised to reach you with the truth.
Welcome back. I'm still live with my brother and friend, whom coincidentally we almost want to turn like twins. I think we have shared a lot of things in common. We used to be in the same local government with him back home in Nigeria. You must say, to be precise. Though I don't like answering the Nigeria because of how Nigeria looks like today. It hurts me to mention that. So, but I don't know where I don't know where I am yet. I don't know. I don't know where I am yet. So for now, sometime I may be mistaken.
Okay.
So, yes, I don't know where I am for now. I don't know where I'm from now. So I'm just praying to be somewhere so that I can know a country I'll be proud of. I can't be proud of failure. I can't be proud of failure. Don't forbid. That's the thing. So now we are with our brother Ima, whom coincidentally the general all the way from Canada, and he had just made some vital information reveal that those who sell arms will never like peace to reign. And that is a very good point. Now, second question, my brother. Do you think, let me use as our country as an example, do you think that Nigeria can ever be better? Just in a very short, I want to use about few minutes to address this question. Do you think that Nigeria is going to be better?
Well, Yeah, Nigeria can be better if one thing could be done. Just one thing.
And what is that?
The only thing that can fix Nigeria, no matter what any person blab, the only thing that can make Nigeria better for everybody is to step down the constitution and come up with what I may call the people's constitution. Once we come up with what I call the people's constitution, trust me, there is no Western world that can be better than Nigeria. I was telling somebody sometime that, listen, if you take the worst of Nigerian president, I don't know who you would attempt to be the worst of Nigerian president, bring him to Canada here, he will perform. You know why? They already have a well-structured system which you cannot beat. You cannot manipulate it. So once you come in, you will perform based on the structure that is already on. You can't come and change it. You can't. It's not about hiring hoodlum, hiring people to come and do stupidity. It's not possible. Now, take the best of Canadian president. Take him to Nigeria. 6 months. 6 months is too much. He will rot in. So it's all about our institution. It's not Nigeria as a body or Nigeria as a name. If our constitution can be dropped, I'm still preach on regional government. That is what they are practicing here. That is why it's working for them. In Ontario, our minimum wage is not the same thing with Quebec. It's not the same thing with what they call this other side. Most of the provinces, they are not the same. They have different police system. People take decisions based on what they can do. You don't come to a province and tell them how they want to run their system. Then everybody has some level of loyalty to the federal. That is the only thing. That's the only way out. Nobody should just sound stupid about it. That's the only way out. Over centralization of power at the head is a big problem. Nigeria is more of a continent. Nigeria is bigger than a country. It's almost like a continent. And you want one person to take all their face, it's not possible. I think that is the one I've mentioned. So if this thing about it is not done, my brother, if it is not done, forget it. There is no way. Things will keep going down and down and down.
You have made your point. Everybody is entitled to his own opinion. He just said that the only thing is to step down their constitution, make it a regional government, and people with things with peace will reign. But don't you think the problem now, there are cabals who are holding tenaciously to power in that country called Nigeria? They wouldn't want to let go for peace to reign. They wouldn't want anybody to really have do it. They would what you just said. Look at all the constitutional review have been reviewed, done it severally. And I know you just it's not about revealing, it's just reviewing. It's just for them to be stepped down. But those that are people that are benefiting from the crude, wicked constitution that is going on now.
Okay.
How do you think they will be bent to accept this, their food, to be taken away from them?
I don't like hearing this word cabal.
Okay.
I know there are people like that. At times, I don't like hearing it because when you mention cabal, that shows inefficiency of whoever that is leading.
But
there
are.
I know. No. I'm not doubting you. Who are they? Who are they? We know there are some people that are very powerful in every system. It's not just in Nigeria. Here in Canada, most people that control the economy, like real estate and stuff like that, government cannot do without them. You consult them. These are the people you can call cabal here. But their own is based on what they contribute to the system.
Developing the system.
Our own cabal are people who have the opportunity to steal. You understand?
Yes.
I understand what they're saying, but it will take one day. I tell people that this kind of thing was happening in Ghana now. You know the story of Jerry Lawrence. See when he died, the way he was celebrated. Yes. Everybody know what Jerry Lawrence used to salvage Ghana. Today we are running to Ghana that we used to mock in those days. Now, this cabal that every system will come, some people will come and be in charge and stuff like that. The governor, the president will say something and other people will change it along the line and stuff like that. It takes any day God decide to visit Nigeria, just one man. Somebody can say, this country must be fixed. Instead, let me go in. Any day, God help us with such a person. Forget this thing they call Kaba. It might not come to exist. So I know there are some people that are really off. You say the other one, they do the other one because they are benefiting from the system. I understand those ones very well. But trust me, if things are put in place and by God's grace, I think Nigeria, the story will change one day. I strongly believe in that.
My dear,
I
it's
do.
okay.
I do. I know some people
No.
might not agree with me, but trust me, I strongly believe in that. Yes.
This I'm telling you, and I believe God will help us. My dear
Amen.
Chioma Eze, when when many people are in the grave, we're still expecting the help. But well, somebody will say as a priest, but I'm not doing this program as a priest. I'm doing this program as a journalist because I read communication.
Yeah.
So when I see me talking, I talking from my own angle. Don't crucify me. Leave.
Yeah, Mr. Joe, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me inform you.
Go
Let me
ahead.
inform you. I may look for the link and give you so that you read about something that happened in 1978 in Canada. Is I don't know whether such a thing have really happened in Nigeria for the first time. But there's something I need to talk about unemployment as regards to another major causes of insecurity in Nigeria, to be precise. But let me tell you, last month there was circulation in Canada here. I was surprised to even see that news. There was a school in Alberta, if I'm not mistaken, I think somewhere in Alberta. They were talking about it's a kind of Indian community. They said history have it that the whole student, up to 200 of them, we're all, I don't know what I don't really know what really, I don't know how the story, I don't know how it happened, but information we got that all the students in their school were all caught together, dig a hole and buried, all of them. I don't know I have heard some information here in this country. Yeah.
No.
So you can imagine. Yeah. So what happened? I guess there was a construction site in where these people were buried. So the people now dig there and there was so much bones everywhere. So they now started asking questions and now got that information. That was when social media was not on board, maybe communication was not too strong. Now it happened. Somebody might have done such a thing to put things in such bad situation.
Yeah.
I've seen somebody asking question, when can this thing end? I will explain some things to everybody so that we'll get it properly.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some pop up, then anyone I catch very well, I will explain.
Yeah.
Now, if peradventure what happened then can happen now, I don't know what it will look like. It can happen again in this country. Now, another dangerous thing that is fueling insecurity in Nigeria is unemployment. My brother, I know how many people that relies on me, even here, then back home, on how they can put it up for themselves, on how they can be meeting up and stuff like that. Listen, you cannot tell anybody here to come and do protests. One protest for you. The only protest you can see here is maybe one company is trying to marginalize people. The workers will come and carry placards and stay on the main road. And 2-3 minutes, they have settled it. Who are you to tell somebody here to leave his work, to come and be working on the main road for you when you're supposed to be somewhere working and getting money? But it is possible back home because 60 or 70% are unemployed. So when you call people, bam, everybody will come. But if there is engagement, because it takes government policy for things to be normal. When people talk about government, come and do this, government, come and do that. The only thing government can do is provide enabling environment. As
Which
regards
is not
to
visible, which is not going to, they don't care about it.
Yeah, that's just the major problem, because when you don't have this enabling environment, people that want to invest will don't come, and the unemployment rate will be increasing. It was the highest shock I've ever gotten in my life is the shutdown of Twitter in Nigeria. I was so shocked. I was so shocked when I heard that. Yes, the president tweet was removed. For whatever reason, they said you break down their protocol. Twitter is not a Nigerian thing that you can say is the president. Their standard is their standard for everybody. That's to tell you how white people reason. Then, because the president's tweet was removed, just one line, that maybe you find a way, you say the whole thing. I know we will not be losing anything less than 1 to 2 billion every month just for that Twitter that is down. Make your research. There is no way Nigeria will be losing.
These people don't care about what we are losing. They are careful about their ego.
It's very horrible. Now, if you cannot consider that, see, whoever that is promoting hate or not promoting hate, it's not everybody. You not say because these people remove one that everybody can go down for it. Then we're in trouble. We're in trouble. There's nothing to hide at this level. But I strongly believe that God will help us. That's just my view.
Look at, for instance, these same people that you are, that is, when I talk about cabal, you look at this particular video now. Look at what they're teaching. Look at what they're teaching your children. Look at a boy of 10 or 12 years. They saw him with the AK and they're asking him, do you have the mind to choose this gun? He said, yes. Can you shoot? They say, try it. This is the look at the employment they're giving to their children. And these are the people you want to work with. And tomorrow peace will end. Look at him. Look at him. 12 years old boy. Did they see him there?
I've seen him.
They're asking him, how many times have you shot this? He said, there are 2 men, I can't remember. He mentioned the person that bought him and teaching him how to shoot. They're asking, where is the person? Where is the person? Sorry.
I know this kind of thing is always in the north.
Fine. So what? Why I'm bringing this picture is that these are the kind of people you think that peace is gonna reign between you and them. The people that know how to shoot gun from. There was one, a 4-year-old boy. He was handling his own gun. They were teaching him how to handle. 3 years old, they started teaching him. These are the people who want to stay with in the same place and build a enabling environment. These people. You don't know when they started doing this thing. They have the ambition mission to accomplish. For somebody to start, just like Israel, for you to pray for peace to reign, and for you to pray that Israel will stop going to war. War can never stop in Israel because that is biblically based and they are in the midst of their enemy. So there's no way trouble must come their way. The same way is applicable in Nigeria. Nigeria is embedded. Those people who are holding it is embedded. When I talk, they are capable. They must achieve their aim. For them not to achieve their aim, they have to train this kind of people to hold the gun for them. Either you were bent by voodoo or you bent by whatever. So that is the truth. That is the truth of the matter.
Yeah, there is no doubt in what you have said, but I still strongly believe that too many people don't need to go down for liberation to come. Too many.
Okay.
A lot have gone down already, and more are going down, and more will go down. I say too many people are not supposed to go down before you get the so-called freedom. I only constitute, I only preach, I only talk about regional government. That has been my standpoint from day one. Okay. Like if we have a regional government, and for instance, the picture you showed me, I don't know the state it is, and that is how they want to train their children or whatever. That is okay. They can train them that way, get them to their system, put them in their own military and all that. They can still be useful. How will they be useful? People can still be trained that way and still be useful in the society. Depends on dimension. If there is a war any place, such people can be hired to go and do the war.
But they're not doing it for that purpose. That's
what I'm saying. I'm talking about. I'm trying to say regional government. If somebody feel that that's the best, which I know that thing is nonsense. That thing has nothing to. This is not the kind of thing a young child needs. That gun you are showing him how to use another. You can come up with an idea to make him to learn how to build. Some kind of thing. If somebody can have such a mind, can join security work or whatever. But I know it's not their, it's never their intention for whatever reason. But trust me, if we do not change, if we do not find a way to step down or get the constitution properly structured, this problem will continue to infinity. And when we get to the peak, all these conferences they do at times I say it's only one man. I keep preaching it every day. One man can rise up one day and said, today is the end. Even if he makes my head will go down. That is why you are seeing people of no name are now building high-tech followership in Nigeria. From Southeast, you are seeing that of Nnamdi Kanu. You go to Southwest, you see and one other guy like that. And there's another guy from Middle Belt, right? Although Northern owns that they are using force to make people join them, which is Boko Haram and stuff like that, which is not expected. Now, it's because of failed system. If not, I don't see why somebody will use a radio system and they are controlling almost the whole, controlling more than 6 to 7 million people if the system is not porous. So there is no need trying to attack somebody. Make the system okay. Every other thing will go down. Make the system okay. If you feel this person is a threat to you, if you feel this person is a threat to you, there is something you will just stop. Everything will go down. The followership will just disappear.
Let me give you a hint. I preached a sermon, the sound of, I'm going to share the link to you, the sound of separation. So I just got that in that administration based on how God structured this earth, how God does his things. What was I trying to say? I was teaching and telling people there is always a sound of separation in around you. And without separation, there's no progression. You can't advance when there's no separation. How do I mean? Before ever you came into being, you were separated from your father's body to your mother. Your mother harbored you and got to develop. On a time came, you were separated from your mother. She still want to keep you by using her breast to bribe you to stay. It's only for having 1 year, 1 year, 6 months. When you guys got separated from breast to find into other things. That life is structured that must be separation for you to advance. If there's no separation, no advancement. Now, I not narrowed into the scriptural background. When God wanted Abraham to succeed, to begin to achieve his destiny, God told him to separate himself from your family. He left his family and for another journey. Unfortunately, he took somebody that he would have separated himself from and got himself with that person being lodged. Trouble started, headers. When the headers issue came up, what settled that problem was separation. Now, I now made a point. If whenever you are in a system, there is a diversity of purpose and vision that may lead to conflict, the best thing is separate, go apart. You can go apart, although what you said is similar. If the regional government is part of it, be in your own, but something unites you guys. I think that is somehow. So, but not, that is, it depends on how somebody view it and the way you want to. All I know, let there be a separation. If you want to separate it in the regional, for people to rent, okay? If you want to separate it in your own sovereign nation, my dear, it is allowed. So long as there is a divergence of views and intention. These guys have a different view. You are talking about make the system work. You are talking about giving a job. They don't care. That is not their view. That's not their mission. They have a different view altogether. A divergent view is to them. There's a conflict of interest. As long as there's conflict of interest, there can never be agreement. Their interest is to call that they need a nation they can call a Fulani country, a Fulani nation. That is what they were told. You don't know this thing. People, the story have been revealed from all and sundry. They need a country to be called Fulani country because all over the world, there's no country that is called Fulani country. And they saw that Nigeria is habitable, is the country they can call their own. Hence, they must occupy Nigeria or people die. I don't if time will fail me to bring you a video, a man to tell that the oil in Bayelsa is our oil. Oil in anywhere of the world is the oil for the north, and they will do everything to protect that oil. He was saying with oil, he said, we will use the last drop of our blood to protect that oil in Bayelsa because it belongs to the north. He said, except there is there's a separation. If there's no separation, if there's no disintegration, that the oil must be protected, it belongs to them. But I now ask a question: what of the good in Zamfara? It belongs to Zamfara people, but the oil in Bayelsa, in Imo State, it never belongs to the north. So this kind of people you want to say you want to do a regional or want to they want to bring employment, that is a dream that may never come into reality. That is a dream that will never come into fruition. So that I know that it's not good. No, any solution. Nigeria is like, I don't know how to put it. Solution to Nigeria, even the disintegration will not even solve the problem of the people back home. If you don't change the mindset and the brain of people, even if you give them a new country, they are because they die when the V different from whatever. You're wasting your time.
Now, from what you're saying now, this is where orientation comes in. And I personally, on my own little capacity, I'm going to intensify it with time. This is where orientation comes in. Now, it takes orientation to know that, see, this is right, the other one is wrong. It takes orientation to know that you can do this way, you cannot do it the other way. Like I always say that back home, I don't know what traffic light is, right? Provided there's opportunity to drive, you just move. But you come here, you see that the orientation is so sound. It will start from somewhere, and they will keep pushing because everybody is involved in this. So, when some people stay and talk about Nigeria as if you came out from the blues, I laugh. I contributed my own quota to this rubbish happening. At times I blame myself. I ask God for forgiveness, and I think, how can I help? You cannot be off from the track, even you that is an electorate. How many of the electorates in Nigeria we say that they never ask for somebody who will give them money, who will give them salt, who will give them this or the other one before they go and vote? They will tell you, in our language, you understand? You say that with your mouth, and they are seeing it happening, and they feel you are not part of it. All right, let's go to the school system. How many of our children are not care to settle down or cool down and say they want to read? Right? Because lecturers will make it more open. You come and solve. You want to talk about the most corrupt system? The most corrupt system in Nigeria is the civil service. Worst.
The what?
Civil service.
Okay.
You see civil servants? Yeah, they are the worst of every structure I've ever seen in that country.
No places that they are all everywhere.
No, it's not everywhere.
Okay.
It's not everywhere. Let me tell you, if you come to Canada here and jump tax, you are in a hell. If you jump tax and it's just notice, brother, the next person will even be the person that will report you. Here everybody acts like security. Yeah. That is why I see people so conscious of their information. Because the next person will be the person that will report you so that he will answer a good citizen. It's not about giving them anything. No. I'm telling you, if I go outside now and manhandle somebody, you'll be surprised police will call you. You'll be wondering how the police came. If the next person that sees you will call 911. Because everybody is watching everybody's back. Exactly. And that is why it's moving. In our system, it is the civil servant that will tell a politician how to eat money. I'm telling you what I have experienced. I'm telling you what I know. The same civil servants will be complaining of not being paid salary. They are the people that will tell you in our own language, this is how it's being done. So when you now finish teaching people how it's being done and how you can write them off, then the person now start to act and remove you and use another person, start to complain. It's a holistic problem. Nigeria is overhauling, right? Some people outside the country, okay, look at your own little contribution, trying to sensitize people, do the much you can and not talk. How many people overseas? Some are doing, but what is percentage ratio? What have you learned here that you can even call somebody on phone and tell them, start doing it? So it's a holistic thing. When people just question it in government, I laugh. Man of God, listen. I tell people that one of the worst things that happened to us is the transmission of power in 1999. There have been one election, it will fail, another election, it will fail, another. So people got tired. Then Abdul Salamina came on board, eventually made it happen. Check the number of people that came on board. Let me start from Southeast. Udenwa was nobody. He was just picked. He was just a secretary in Niger or whatever. He was just picked. Ojuzo, yes, has some little northern connection and all those stuff. He now came on board and all that. Check other states, the kind of people that emerged. These are people, okay, let's just put them there. This government may still fail. Before you know it, the government now picked up. And remember, it is just that they click that will just keep moving on. If good people, everybody should watch my face. It's not about complaining. If good people, you feel you are good, you feel you know it all, you feel you have something you can contribute, and you don't know that it is necessary for you to go, I'm not talking about voters card, to have a political party you will belong to. I'm not saying go there to run for election. I'm not saying go there to contest for anything. Be part of a particular political party, because that is where the negotiations start.
In the crude constitution you just mentioned.
Wait. No, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. The constitution is very crude because the person piloting it. It is the same constitution that Yaradua used during the little time he stayed. It's not about who is at the top. The constitution is bad, no argument. But I'm still telling you, there are people that can still handle it. Had it been Yaradua finish his term, I don't know why God don't allow good people to last. Things would have been
God alone. That's how, it's not God that did it. It's not God.
Life and death belongs to him now. Man of God, are you taking life?
But he will say God don't allow good people to last.
I don't know why.
It's not God.
Well, I don't know.
Just say good things don't last. Say it about leave God alone. God
okay.
Not accuse him.
For the fact that I know that he is the owner of life. That is why I'm putting it. But if you say to remove God from life, I don't know. But I
didn't say you should remove God from life. Listen, what I mean. Whatever you do, you face the consequences. God has made his system work.
Okay, so fine and good.
If you like, for instance, there are things I don't eat as an individual because I know it is detrimental to my health. And when you have a pile of those negative food at the end, it costs me death. You not start blaming God. Is that what I'm saying?
Okay.
Something
I got your
all the debt, yeah. So don't eat this thing. Every day I will be consuming some burger that is costing. It has some negative effect. Tomorrow when they compile and cause cancer and somebody dies, hey, I don't know why God you allow this young man of 30 something to die. But you have been eating something that is detrimental to your health, knowingly or unknowingly. So leave God alone. That's the area I'm saying it. Because the death and like he created them, but the consequences are there.
I understand the point you're making, but man of God, right? We are raising so much activists now, right? We're raising so much activists, and the level of awareness is so strong. I know, like they started as the coordinator of AFGA in UK. If I remember, I remember he was part of AFGA in those days in UK. He was part of the politics, right? Maybe what was going on didn't work out for him, and I started what he started, and today he's controlling more masses than you can imagine. Now, let me now assume the strong wave of all these people that believe in him and all those stuff that we channel that people channel that energy voluntarily. That's my point. Because most of the things you see happening, people just come and they say they are volunteers. Let me assume we decide to say in our little community, that see, this person is good, the other person is not good, and the person that is good doesn't have money. The one that is very good have money to share. People will not say, no, voluntarily, this guy will know that he's okay. Let us do everything to push him there. My brother, even among the youth, it won't happen. Rather, one faction will come up with one reason, one funny story about another faction. Before you know it, everywhere will scatter. So Nigeria problem is a holistic problem. Despite the fact that the government is they are the worst hit. They are the one hitting us more. But everybody have little thing you have to say. Everybody have little thing you have to do.
The little thing that guy has to say has no significant contribution. For instance, if I decide to change today, it doesn't have any significance on when you are not. It just says something. It depends on who is the hem of the affair. When you have a clueless, I don't know the right word to attribute him, who doesn't care, who has much value for cow, who prefer look at the death recorded all over. They even say something, manufacture something. It doesn't care. Look at the people that were killed massacred in Lekki. A president, look at the statement he made. Now, until when it happened to the people of the Southeast, you see him to write the riot out. Today, a bus going from Zaria to Kano, we are led by Boko Haram. 18 passengers were all killed. Tell me what these people are looking for. You just say, hey, stop, shut all the tires, slaughtered everybody there, and went back to the bush.
This one happened today, right?
Today. And he will not even see him come and condemn it. Police stations are being burnt in the north, but the minute it happened in the east, he will come and tell you that what happened in during the war will be repeated itself. That is
Well,
to tell you the kind of person you are working with. So if you, no matter whatever you contribute to make it better, unfortunately our time is up already.
yeah.
To contribute, it's not going to work. Except I agree with you to the extent about the constitution. But my problem, when, how long can we be waiting for it to be stepped down and people are dying, things are going wrong, and they're achieving their evil target on the innocent people? That is my only real problem. I totally agree with you that if that happens,
Let me tell you this. I pray that I was telling somebody that most of the top people that are benefiting for this, and they are well relaxed and they are happy about it. Trust me, it will come to everybody. It's just step by step.
okay,
It takes nothing to step down or to restructure Nigeria. It doesn't take it. Just takes federal Senate and the House of Representatives. Just these two arms. Now, how do you project those people? If most of the people that are clamoring for this or the other one, you know who is representing you, I know who is representing me. We have a central, just like the way they organized NSAS then, which was faceless anyway, because I know that thing is gonna backfire. I was saying it then. You cannot achieve such a movement without any face. Listen, now if there is a way, it can just come up. Everybody will go to their rep in Abuja and explain to them, are you not seeing what is going on? Are you guys not seeing it? Or because your people are not dying, your closer association are not dying, your brother or your sisters are not dying, or whatever. Now call for attention. And I said, okay, if you people cannot go and achieve this, please stop representing us. And we don't want to see you there in National Assembly anymore. And people will take it serious. If 50% can step down and say, man, it's either we structure this country or guy on your own. That's it. That's it. Don't even need to keep people. But the problem is, how do you coordinate these people to do this? What will make them do? So if the pressure is directed to the right people, because you cannot be talking about separation, it's a very difficult where somebody is representing you at the center, at the head. Somebody is representing you, and they say you don't want to. The person is representing you, still taking things for you, give it to some people, and some people will not take. So the whole thing will be scattered.
The constitution that took him there is a point that I am not part of him. That constitution, evil constitution that took him there, because the Bible, I will always let the Bible say, because the constitution started by this was done by the people, and it is obvious and clear the people never made the constitution. So whenever that he said he representing himself or me or whatever, it's not representing me. He's being represented by the stupid, obnoxious, wicked constitution that put him there. So the best thing, if we come to, we need to do something that will make me to be represented. If I feel, well, unfortunately, when I'm talking about this, I don't have much time, and this is up. I normally leave it at 1 o'clock because
almost more than 1:20.
We have 1 hour 3 minutes. So all the same, we're going to stop here because I'm going to have you again. But in conclusion, in a minute, what are the things you are doing to help people? Because I heard you talking about helping people. Only two words, people depending on you one way or the other. Is there anything you are putting up to make people feel happy a little bit in the midst of this wickedness we have found ourselves into?
Yeah, Reverend, I there's a lot. If you get to my page, I can't give away some of the things you used to help. Okay. I think I've helped a lot of people to secure job, the one that is within my reach. I am still doing more to do that. I wish the country is a bit stable. We're trying to set up some things at least that can give some level of employment. Try to assist the much we can, those that have something very positive. There's when I was run about partnership project with people. You come up with your ideas. If I look at it as something that worth doing, I can help you. I can be partner with you to make sure we run it together to have a big success, right? Mm-hmm. And so many people have consulted me on traveling overseas and stuff like that. So it took me some level of time to study the system and see how it works. Presently, I run that. If anybody feels traveling out will help you, if you reach me, I always give you the guide on the best way you can go about it. So one thing is from one step to the other. All right. One of the things I'm working hard, and I'm believing God that one day I will stretch, because I'm trying to develop a share ride app. where once I develop this share ride app, and the things work out the way I want. I think with the structure I have, with the formation I have in mind, nothing less than, I repeat, nothing less than 10 million youth will be employed under that platform. So we are pushing hard for that, and some of my partners we are talking, and by the time we get it stabilized, so we're going to launch it. It's not just a Nigerian thing; it's an African thing. Okay, so we're pushing on that. So that's the much and the little I think we are doing here. So for any little thing, I want to use this platform to tell everybody, if you have anybody overseas that is working genuinely and is making his or her money genuinely, if they give you 1,000, 2,000, depending on the person's pocket, please always find a way to pray and appreciate them, right? There are some people that make their own money the other way around. Any genuine person that make money gives you any little support. Appreciate that person and pray hard for the person to get even more on that. So on that note, I want to say that we should do our best to make peace reign, however we can do it. However we can do it for peace to reign. Everybody from your own quarters. There are some things that you will do. There are some things that you will do. I repeat, there are some things you will be doing. You are not directly involved, but you are causing more problem. Like the unknown gunmen going on the street of Owerri with gun and people are hailing them. Those people hailing them are the more devil. You don't know what you are doing with that hailing.
Okay.
Anything that is bad, say is bad. Anything that is good, say is good. Don't come at the corner and head devil and you want protection.
Okay.
Rest my case.
Thank you so much for your contribution to this wonderful program. Unfortunately, whenever I'm live, time almost trying to turn to be my enemy, but it's never be my enemy because with that time, we can't get it. So everything comes by time. So, but what I mean by enemy, it turns to fight me by running so fast. Whenever I'm live, I hate to go, but I have to go. I
Exactly.
think Sancho, we have to come and bring it to conclusion, believing God that will forge you for because I'm
Mhm.
going to have you again. We've started the journey. And I also want to conclude by telling all Asandre, he made a point here. If you have, there are things I'm going to be talking with him in terms of getting admission, in terms of getting a job, and so many things across. We are discussing about that. So I'm going to be reading the advert very soon to
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
So that,
We'll discuss. We'll give it a program of his own one of these days. We'll give it
yes.
a program of his own. Discuss
So we
it.
really help people out of this dungeon we find ourselves. It's not been easy for you guys. So only God will protect everybody. Thank you for being in this program today. I really appreciate you. God
Thank
bless.
you, my brother.
Your parting words, just a second. Just say bye bye or whatever. Says your parting words.
Okay, thank you, man of God. I must thank you personally. You are the first person that bring me to StreamYard. I know about StreamYard, the first person. So I think I don't know whether I download it from that, download it from here. So I still need to promote it. So I want to thank you personally for your efforts. I want to thank you for all you are doing. We have discussed some things that we shouldn't say in camera here, and I believe God with your kind of mind and other people that may be related or maybe close to your kind of person. Gradually, we'll come together and form a synergy. We can form a synergy and now start to. This thing you are doing is one of the biggest tool anybody can have. Any platform you can talk to people to understand that, see, we can do this the other way is very, very powerful. So I appreciate and I pray and believe that no matter what, Igbos, we can never go down for any reason.
Amen.
No matter how they want to, we can never go down.
Amen.
No matter the tribulation, no matter the problem, whoever that feel we did something wrong to them, they can try their best and do whatever. But for us going down is not possible unless there is no war, there's no earth again that exists. So everybody should just do your best. Do your best on how you can propagate peace. Whatever you can do to promote peace.
Everybody
That is what
should
I
do
believe.
your best on how we can propagate peace. And when we do our best, God will honor what we have contributed and done. Thank you, wonderful viewers and listeners, for being part of the program. Keep sharing the program. Those of you who watch it thereafter, please make your contribution. Share it as many times as possible, and let's still have people to hear the information that have been passed out time was not really on our side to have more of him. That I love a lot. We have discussed that we didn't go there, but the time wasn't really enough for us. So we're gonna call it a day here, so that we can still have time to do it. He who fights and runs away lives to fight again. That's
Exactly.
definitely. So thank you for being there with my wonderful follower. Please do us a favor, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and what have you all at Jovica TV. If you do that, you'll be my best friend. I love you all.
Moral Interactive, Jovica TV, poised to reach you with the truth.